National Front, U.S. President Joe Biden has assured a smooth transition of power to the president-elect Donald Trump. Stay with us. We have details of these and more coming up shortly. Welcome to the bulletin. We are streaming live on YouTube, ABC News GH. You can visit our website www.abcnewsgh.com for more content. Let's begin with the first story, where President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has urged world leaders to move beyond rhetoric and take concrete, decisive actions to address the global climate crisis. Speaking at COP29 in Azerbaijan on Wednesday, November 13, during the World Climate Leaders Summit, President Akufo-Addo emphasized the critical need for emphatic measures to protect vulnerable communities from the increasing threat posed by climate change. He highlighted that with the time running out, immediate and impactful solutions are essential to safeguard lives and ecosystem worldwide. Our children's future hinge on our decision, so COP29 must be a shift from dialogue to action, he said.
The Republic of Ghana. Today we gather not merely as leaders or policymakers, but as individuals bound by our love for our lands and future generations. We're here to declare we stand in solidarity for a green world. For Ghana, climate change is real and immediate, affecting our farmers, coastlines, and communities. Rising temperatures and unpredictable weather threaten our livelihoods daily. Yet we respond with resilience and commitment. In 2021, Ghana submitted updated nationally determined contributions to the United Nations, encompassing 47 programs to mitigate and adapt to climate impacts. Our goal is to cut emissions by 64 million metric tons by 2030. Demanding investments between 10 and 15 billion United States dollars. Despite financial and technical hurdles, we're determined to meet the Paris Agreement's goals across agriculture, transport, forestry, energy, and other sectors. We have made strides. The Green Ghana project has planted 50 million trees, and forest restoration efforts have covered 721,000 hectares since 2017 when I came to office. 13 mitigation actions have cut annual greenhouse gas emissions by 43% since 2021. Ghana's national electric vehicle policy, backed by tax incentives, promotes sustainable mobility, and our energy transition framework promotes sustainable mobility. Ghana's national electric vehicle policy, backed by tax incentives, Ghana's national electric vehicle policy, backed by tax incentives, promotes sustainable mobility, and our energy transition 43% since 2021.
So that was President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who was speaking at the COP29 event at Azerbaijan just yesterday. We're trying to establish contact with Awula Sewa, who is the Executive Director of Eco-Conscious Ghana. We have also heard that she also has really been unhappy with the President's comments. In fact, she really has been talking about that. We just wanted to engage her to know exactly what her take is about the climate change issue. She has been advocating as well that the president takes legal actions or proactive measures about the Galamsey issue, but unfortunately, according to her, she didn't hear so much about the president touching on, afforestation and deforestation and even the pertinent issue regarding the fight against Galamsey. But he seemed to be praising the climate change situation here in our part of the country. And so we're trying to establish contact once again with the Executive Director. As and when we do get her on the line, we will bring you that soon. Good afternoon. All right, so technology really seemed to be dealing with us this afternoon, but we're trying. Okay, well, my producer tells me that Awola is back on the line. Good afternoon, Awola.
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. Now, the president said that the world leaders should move beyond rhetorics into action. Could you agree less with him?
Well, I would say that he should also go beyond rhetoric and he should also deal with what's on the ground. We know very well that in his speech he was silent on illegal mining. One of the main drivers of climate change is illegal mining, the deforestation, the cutting of our trees. Now, we know that the illegal mining has been going on an unprecedented scale. And what is being done about it? Absolutely nothing. To make matters worse, the executive passed EI 144, declassifying parts of Achimota Forest, the last remaining lands of Accra. Who does that? Then the legislature has passed LI 2462, which allows mining in forest reserves, including global significant biodiversity areas. So he should get beyond the rhetoric and actually do something about the ecocide and the existential threat we face in Ghana. We know that the CSOs and Ghanaians have asked for a pause in community mining because we cannot monitor community mining. We cannot even monitor properly the few big ones we have. How much more the thousands of community mining operators? He has refused to do that. Those who were mentioned in Professor Frimpong Boateng's report have not been prosecuted, let alone convicted. So we are saying that until he's able to apply the polluter pays policy and until he's able to stop illegal mining in Ghana, it's not the right thing to go to the international community when you yourself are not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Charity begins at home. Let's do the right thing first, deal with illegal mining in Ghana, then we can look to development partners. But right now is not the time to worry our development partners. It seems to me like a pitch for funding to do I don't know what with. We do not need the international community to stop illegal mining. We do not need the international community to ban small-scale mining for now. We don't need the international community to revoke EI 144 and LI 2462.
Awola, you speak so passionately about the fight of Galamsey and the whole afforestation and deforestation things affecting Ghana. But as a country, have we done enough to combat the effect of climate change?
You see, as I said, one of the main drivers of climate change is deforestation. So Galamsey and logging play a great part. But right now, illegal logging and illegal mining. Illegal mining is the fundamental problem we have. Even look at how we're trying to build on parks and gardens land. We don't seem to value greenery. Right now in Wa, in the Upper West region, a petrol station is being built on parks and gardens land in Wa. So how serious are we about climate change? We're not at all serious. Now take a case of Atronsu in the Western North region. The people there said, we do not want community mining because we know that it's another form of illegal mining and it's just destructive. We are cocoa farmers, thank you very much. We want to stick with it. You had illegal miners going there, destroying the landscape, destroying cocoa farms, and also polluting the Atronsu stream. Do you know what happened? Selective justice. The illegal miners are walking free. Then the farmers were arrested on Farmers' Day, allegedly burning an excavator, which was being used in destroying their landscape and polluting their water bodies. They were not granted police bail. They were taken to court and remanded in custody until the 13th of November yesterday, where the district court granted them bail.
Yes, unfortunately we don't have so much time, but the president also mentioned that we have raised up to $800 million US dollars from our carbon credits trading. In your estimation, have we been able to utilize such money well?
Well, we'd like to know how the money is being utilized. That's the big question. How is the money being utilized? I just finished saying that this whole thing seems to be a pitch for money and more money when we are not tackling the fundamental problems in the country. So I'm challenging the president to redeem his presidency by immediately revoking LI 246 to an EI 144 and pausing community mining. He still has a few days before his presidency is up, and he needs to redeem it, because remember, he put his presidency on the line having recognized what I'm talking about, and he hasn't done anything. We have a concert and we're screening a documentary on the 23rd of November, and I invite Ghanaians to come there and urge the president to redeem his presidency. The figures he's throwing around, they haven't been verified. We don't know where he's getting the figures from.
Obviously, we do appreciate your time here. Awula Sewa is the executive director of Eco-Conscious Ghana. Obviously, she still is not pleased with the president's speech at the just ending COP29. But let's move away from that and move straight to Ordona, where unfortunately bad news is coming in. The latest information reaching us this afternoon is that a fire outbreak at Sercom in Ordona Market, where the National Fire Service got to the scene on time to swiftly dose out the fire, now preventing flames from reaching a nearby warehouse with over 200 other structures. The fire outbreak has reportedly destroyed over 15 wooden structures at the site. According to eyewitnesses, the incident occurred close to the site of a recent fire that had also damaged several wooden structures in the area. The Ghana National Fire Service is investigating the cause of the fire and has advised residents and business owners to adhere to fire safety measures to prevent further incident in the highly vulnerable areas. We're trying to establish contact with my colleague Andy Opong Denchi, who is on the ground to give us live update about that. But quite an unfortunate incident you see on your screen. So, but the Serco once again is back in the news. Not, quite a very positive news from people who live around that area. Recently, there was a fire like that, a similar incident like that. And okay, I believe my colleague Andy is on the line. Good afternoon, Andy.
Good afternoon.
Hello, Andy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Melo, I can hear you.
Well, fine.
Yeah.
I just want to know, first, you're actually okay, right? Because the fire actually is quite devastating, but I'm positive that you're fine. But what are authorities and traders saying after your presence at the scene?
Yeah, so, Melo, when I got here, the information I'm gathering from the residents as the fire started in the early hours of this morning, and the Ghana National Fire Service came here on time to douse out the fire. The fire, or the cause of the fire, is not yet determined. And my interaction with one of the residents, he made mention that these, if I may call, they are all tag boys and bad guys here doing all other stuff, and most of them doing quote unquote smoking and all that. But they do, or he said he doesn't know how exactly the fire started, and he pointed at a place where he said that's where the fire started from and stretched to the other side where it's over 15 wooden structures were burned. So currently on the ground, that's what I could give information on and report.
Andy, we also understand that about 50 structures have been affected. Can you confirm that for us?
Yes, please. Over 15 wooden structures have been destroyed, and this wooden structures here, these people, residents living here, the structures are their homes, if I may call it. This where they are, they live, and they do everything. And others who are having these structures as their business, their shop where they sell. But most of them are having their homes here, and from where I'm standing, you could see a bit of smoke coming out from the ashes where the fire occurred, and the wooden structure, as you are seeing, over 15 of them all is destroyed. But close to the wooden structure, when the fire was increasing, as I said earlier, the Ghana National Fire Service came in on time to contain the fire. So the fire didn't really stretch or didn't get to a warehouse near where the over 15 wooden structures were destroyed.
I was just about to ask you if there have been any signs of the Ghana National Fire Service personnel over there, but you have indicated that they were on time. But so far, when you engaged residents or people who have been affected by the fire, what exactly are they saying, and how are they coping with this? Because obviously, people have had to move out from their shelters, and actually, I believe, as you see on the visuals, also they are actually not having a place to live.
Exactly. So, as I stated earlier, these structures are their homes, if I may call it, where they live, they do everything. And one of the residents I engaged with, made mention, and it was not something happy, very sad. Whilst he was narrating to me, mentioning that when the fire started, he wasn't able to take anything. What he was able to come out with, or was able to move away from the fire, was his boxers, because he was in a boxer. But then what he was wearing currently, putting on a top and a short, is from a friend that he has gone to borrow from. So the residents have lost a lot of things, and you could see from the videos also that you have these smaller trucks taking some of the destroyed structures, or the woods here, sending to other places and all that. So most of them have lost a lot of things, though. Most of them have lost a lot of things.
And
That's what I could
finally, before I
report.
let you go, have there been
Yeah.
any casualties recorded so far?
No casualties recorded so far. But what they keep saying is the things that they have lost. Because when we talk of these places, the Odona, the people living here, you could think of what the situation you go through. And once again, one of the residents made mention that the the government gave these people, they gave them some amounts of money to relocate from this place, but none of them haven't moved yet, and they are still here. So he was narrating and informed me that although government gave them money to relocate from this place, they are still here, and none of them haven't moved. So in a way, in a way, whether to put the blame on the government or to themselves, he is torn. So basically, as I'm saying, some of these things, or these things that has happened, they have destroyed a lot of things, but no casualties recorded. No casualties
All
recorded.
right, Andy, stay there a while for further reports. We are glad with this report that you're giving to us. Also, make sure that you're also safe. Well, my colleague Andy Opondenchi over there bringing us some updates from the unfortunate scene at Circle. But away from Circle, let's move to another location where President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is set to officially commission the newly constructed Flower Port interchange on November 19, 2024. Communications Director at the Presidency, Eugene Ahin, has announced that this flyover, a part of the motorway interchange project, was designed to enhance traffic flow by complementing the existing underpass and providing an alternative route for north-south travel. My colleague Derek Komiki-Siedu joins us via Zoom for more update. Hello, Komi, good afternoon. Komi?
Hello.
Well, we're trying to establish contact with my colleague Kumi Kisiedu. We will also be trying to engage the PRO about this project. Kumi, hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Good afternoon. So currently I'm at Flower Port here, where President Akufo-Addo will on. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Kumi. Kindly go on. I'm listening. Yeah, I'm asking, what more can you report, please?
Yeah, so currently, now for started on Monday, started on March 7, 2017, as the project was contracted. China Roadway, number 9, nearing with the Yoke Consortium. 93 months, which is roughly 7 years. And Afazim Bank
and the Bank of Ghana. So once this place is open, the flyover will improve traffic connectivity between the north and south of the motorway. It will also facilitate movement from areas including Cantonment and Bremerham to East Legon, Spintex, and Tema, enhancing the overall quality of the life of residents here at Flower Port.
Now, Kobe, when you visited the scene, is the construction fully completed for commissioning as is actually approaching?
So when I got here, the place, they are not done with the construction. They are still on it. So we have, they have some artworks under the flyover where they are now doing the finishing touches with it. So they are not actually done with the flyover, the works with the flyover, yeah.
And obviously, we do understand that per the statement from the road ministry that the road will be commissioned on November 19. But I want to find out from you, what is the state of vehicular movements as you report right now?
Please come again. Did you say the?
Yeah, I was asking about the movement of vehicles. Obviously, there should be some heavy traffic on the road.
There is a traffic. The traffic here is very, very high, and it takes time before each car moves. That's the situation currently here at Flower Port. So residents, we interviewed some pedestrians and some people who do sell by the roadside, and they were saying that where they used to be has been taken from them. The contractor, they told them that they should move under the flyover where their place will be put in place for them. But according to them, they are saying the contractors are now they are now making their place as a green grass, whereby they won't be accessible to that place again. And also, it's been caged. The place has been caged, whereby people cannot sit there and sell. So they are saying now the people told them that they will be brought back to their place, but now it's like their place has been taken from them. And where they will say they also said they have been providing food for the people, the workers at the Bank of Ghana, and also the workers here at the Palace Mall. So if they don't get their place, if they don't get back their place, people, workers around will find it difficult in feeding themselves.
All right, Kumi, do stay there for us for more update. We will come to you shortly. But joining us also on Zoom is the PRO of the Ministry of Roads and Highway, Mr. Nazir Ahmed Yate. Before we do that, let's actually take a bite of what my colleague Derek Kumikisiedu found, and we're back with Mr. Yate.
I'm afraid that
we are traffic in the bathroom. Tema for Befaha, Madina for Befaha, Akrama for Befaha, Nina, Nebema, traffic in Nabafom. Into Mano Casami, traffic in some Nebafom. By the Tosumin, I baby, I am your Tomadi say. But first now, I'm near Tomadi. But almost by a fine, almost say, Yamaha, near Member Tomadi. Now you are near. I said, yeah, almost judge your glasses for her. Like I said, the turn here. And so, Bank of Ghana for your mama journey, police more your mama journey, a secret in my home, and I have no more card there. Sisters, near her, almost soon near her, Sabian, so money, I had the boy of Punum. Said the bear was summit and son of a betcha can young see a benefit attitude. No more so much to your almost here, any baby apple, and see a poor child, only be fire home my. Because we are for fear, we are for traffic. I did was summit and son I won't want your star at the amount, and I saw baby and your star the amount. I found for the hat, and so I won't pray and see I know you are not at my yet. Pabanicho, oh man on my hair, Madame Anos. Some of the busa traffic on and some more hand. First, na traffic wɔ ha kò si sɛ ɔmo start wei no. Still traffic ni wɔ mu. But ɔmo wie a traffic ni bɛba fam. Temafoɔ bɛfa ha, Madinafoɔ bɛfa ha, Akramofoɔ bɛfa ha. Ni nyinaa na ɛbɛma traffic na aba fam. Nti mano kasa mi wɔwɔ.
Yeah. Okay. I better reduce the traffic because social like roundabout normal and two. Yeah, so I think say I better reduce the traffic.
Which first that traffic system, traffic level, what I say, see, no, or more overhead, no, I could say, and now, how say, who said they make a difference? No, overhead or my no, who said they make a difference?
Okay. Or traffic need now, Macho Halakramo, but not traffic in Shada, then said I knew that time. No, but Ubasa say, I no. And also, a boabe bring my traffic near there. Because to me, block on near there. Now, my traffic near there, also. But Yamada Roma. Baby, I drew them and say, Omoko, we are no. Yamia do Mano Mudia.
So those were some bites from commuters and, people who actually plied the road over there. But as I said earlier, let's go on Zoom and speak with the PRO for the Ministry of Roads and Highway, Nazir Ahmed-Yate. Good afternoon, sir. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Yate.
Good afternoon. Please, can you hear me?
I can hear you absolutely. Good afternoon once again, and we are glad to have you. Now, my colleague is at the venue and has reported the congestion and concerns raised by the commuters. What other measures are there in place to ensure the flow of traffic before commissioning?
Thank you very much. The interchange is being or has been constructed for that very purpose to ease to improve mobility and ease congestion within that enclave. At the moment, the contractors are putting some finishing touches, especially road furnitures, street lights, road line markings, and other road furnitures in place, and that is what has contributed to the traffic. We would like to appeal to road users to adhere to the traffic management regime that has been put in place. Having said that, we've heard most of the concerns about the hill traffic in the area, and so today we'll be going back to review the traffic management scheme that we've put in place and see how we can improve upon it so that we can ease the burden on the motoring public.
Mr. Yate, per the report by my colleague, he says, in fact, we even engaged some of the traders over there who said that they have been asked to vacate where they usually, trade. What exactly is going to be done to these traders who have been asked to vacate their usual place?
Well, I may not have a lot of answers as to trading within that enclave, because it falls under the local authority. They are the ones who will normally give permit to people to trade at what part of the city. We are focused on constructing a very beautiful and nice edifice that will serve the good people of Ghana, as I said earlier on, improve mobility and ease traffic congestion. And at the end of the day, we hope that it will go a long way to improve the economy of the country. I will leave issues of traders and where they will be located to the local authorities to handle.
Mr. Yate, per the original design, is this what we expected to see, or this is the final, I should say, the commissioning?
Yeah, this will be the final commission. The project is done. As I said, we are just putting in place the road line markings, crash barriers, and then we call it the road furnitures, street lights, trying to finish the aphatic overlay on the ground level. These are small jobs that we need to do to ensure that the project is completely done. And so that's what is. But we are hopeful that by Friday, Saturday, everything should be, these small works that we are doing, it should be completed and ready for the president to commission the project on the 19th, that is coming Tuesday.
Mr. Ate, as a country, we know that maintenance culture is something that we actually fall short of. How is the government, or I should say the Roads and Highways Authority, actually going to make sure that maintenance culture on this particular edifice is sustained?
Well, the contract has defect liability period, and so that will kick in. And apart from that, also as a ministry, we will ensure that even beyond that period, we will ensure that the maintenance of the interchange is done periodically as per the schedule. For such huge project, we have maintenance schedule that we have to follow, and so we'll follow it to make sure that whenever there are issues with the interchange, it is properly handled. We have qualified engineers who can handle such things. We have other interchanges in town, and they've served us well all this period, and so we don't anticipate to have major issues with it. But even when any issue comes up, we have the competent engineers to handle it.
Finally, you launched an app that's Maintain My Road app. What exactly has been the effectiveness of that? And per the launching and after the launch as well, what exactly has been the impact after the app?
Oh, the app is doing very well. Just in September last month, Greater Accra urban roads, over 8,900 square meters of potholes were patched as a result of reports that we received on the app. And also across the country, when you go on our trunk roads, over 500,000 square kilometers of potholes, we've patched them as a result of reports that we received on the app and the call center. So far so good. The main objective of the app and the call center was to integrate the citizens in what we do, give them numbers or avenues so that they can report road defects, and so that we can move swiftly and resolve those issues. And so I can say that so far so good. The reports that we are receiving from the app and the speed at which we are patching most of the potholes is been very commendable and encouraging.
Mr. Ate, I said finally, but as you were talking about the app, I was also engaging you on that. Can you actually tell us what exactly road this app has been able to solve?
Well, I don't have the list. I didn't know you asked this question, but I have a whole data that I can share with your team. And if they want to verify, they can go on the field and verify these reports that we are putting up. So I can share the data with your team. That's what I can say for now.
We're so much grateful for your time. We have been speaking with the PRO for the Ministry of Roads and Highway, Nazir Ahmed Yatim. We're grateful once again, Mr. Yatim. But away from that, we're going for a quick break. When we're back, we have more stories to stay. You're welcome back from that short break. Let's bring you some business news. Bank of Ghana has introduced a strict outsourcing directive aimed at enhancing governance framework and risk management within Ghana's banking and financial sector. Regulated financial institutions, including banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions, are required to comply by July 1, 2025 or face significant penalties, including an administrative fine of 12,000 Ghana cedis equivalent to 1,000 penalty unit and possible additional sanctions. The directives addresses the increasing dependence on outsourced services by financial institutions looking to reduce cost and improve efficiency. However, BOG emphasizes that this pursuit of cost savings should not undermine the integrity of critical functions. Institutions failing to meet the directives requirements could face fines and other penalties. Now, the BOG's guidelines clearly outlines which functions can and cannot be outsourced. The senior management roles, board responsibilities, strategic oversight, cooperative planning, anti-money laundering and know your customer compliance, risk management and internal audit are strictly prohibited from being outsourced. In contrast, routine services like partnership with payment card schemes or clearing and settlement systems are exempt, highlighting BOG's focus on maintaining strong internal controls of decision-making and critical functions. And in a press statement dated Wednesday, November 13, 2024, and issued by the Corporate Communications Department and Consolidated Bank Ghana Limited, acknowledged the Bank of Ghana's notice regarding the temporary suspension of the foreign exchange trading license. The bank's statement reads, and I'm quoting, "We believe the concerns raised in the notice can be swiftly resolved and are committed to working closely with the Bank of Ghana. For Ghana to ensure compliance, we want to reassure our valued customers that this suspension does not impact on CBG's normal banking operations. Well, except for foreign exchange product and services, all our branches and digital platforms will continue providing customers with our full range of services. We fully expect to restore foreign exchange product after our engagement with the Bank of Ghana or an expiry of a suspension period. We apologize unreservedly for any inconvenience this situation may have caused and reaffirm our dedication to maintaining the highest standard of operational compliance across all aspects of our business. We value all our stakeholders and remain committed to providing our cherished customers with a simple, secure and differentiated banking experience." Unquote. The Bank of Ghana has suspended Consolidated Bank Ghana's foreign exchange trading license effective November 26, 2024 for 1 month. The BOG cited Section 11 Clause 2 of the 2006 at 723 as the basis for this decision. In a statement on November 12, the central bank clarified that the suspension was prompted by multiple violations of foreign exchange market regulations. We'll be right back after this.
All be lie.
Thank you, boss. See you next week. Yo, where is my passport? Where is my passport? Yo, man, I want to Waba.
Who is that?
And then
give me my passport.
Relax.
You made me pay for express for 24 hours and yet it's not in.
You told me that you are telling me this.
What's going on? Hello.
This man here has taken my money. That within 24 hours he will do my passport for me.
Oh, see that's the same thing applies to me. He told me last night. He's telling me this week.
Process. That's what they do.
Yeah. Oh, madam. Please relax. I'll get for you in 24 hours.
Hey, Goroma. So you never change? You get passport for someone within 24 hours, Madam Obwa. See, the normal working hours is 9 to 5. Not 24 hours, I'm fat.
You guys have made a very big mistake by trusting these people. Now, through digitalization, passport application has been made so easy. Now, you don't need to stress yourself and join any long queue for your passport. All you have to do is to log on to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website and begin your application. By buying a passport application voucher online. Simple and easier. And very soon, all you need to get your passport will be your Ghana card. What is it true? Obisa. It is possible.
Yes, I didn't know this. I feel officer.
Come on. Come on.
You're welcome from that break. Let's settle in for some election news. And here at ABC Ghana, we are your election poll center. We advocate for vote and not violence. We're back after this. And indeed, we are your election poll center. Vote and not violence is our mandate here at ABC. Accra High Court has dismissed an injunction application by the Yellow Ghana movement which aimed to halt the Electoral Commission from printing the notice of poll and ballot papers for the December 7 general election. The ruling delivered on Thursday, November 14, was based on the court's assessment that the case lacked merit and was therefore baseless. The application was filed by Martin Pebu on behalf of the client, Mr. Samuel Appiah Danquah, a disqualified presidential candidate. Now, Pebu argued that the EC's decision to disqualify Appiah Danquah breached his client's fundamental right to be heard, as it failed to specify the specific grounds for disqualification and did not allow the candidate an opportunity to correct the errors. Mr. Appiah Danquah was disqualified alongside Bernard Mona of the People's National Convention (PNC), Janet Nabila of the People's National Party, and 8 other presidential hopefuls. In his court filing, Appiah Danquah sought a declaration that his disqualification violated multiple constitutional provisions, including Article 12 Clause 1 and 2, 21(3), and other rights under the 1992 Constitution, as well as Regulation 9 of the Public Elections Regulations 2020 CI 127. We tried so hard to engage the parties involved, especially the lawyers of the plaintiff, but unfortunately we were unsuccessful. But we'll bring you that report shortly. Let's still maintain with some election news. Now, the Electoral Commission is set to transport ballot papers for December 7, 2024 election to the various regions from November 14, 2024. This is contained in a letter addressed to the General Secretaries of all political parties dated November 13 and signed by the Deputy Chairman in charge of operations, Samuel Tete. Colton, I bring you warm greetings from the Electoral Commission and trust that this letter finds you well. This comes to inform you that the transportation of ballot papers to the various regions will start tomorrow, Thursday, 14th November 2024. Quote. Now, Mr. Tete wrote, the transportation of ballot appears to the various regions marks a key milestone in preparation towards the forthcoming election. This critical election document will be kept in police custody and released on election day to elections officials under the watch of the party agents. Away from that, the presidential candidate for the Liberal Party of Ghana, Kofi Akpalu says he will take the Electoral Commission should the commission fail to reprint the presidential ballot papers for the December 7 polls. The Electoral Commission on Monday, November 11 noted it will not reprint the ballot papers for the presidential election following the demise of Ikuya Donkom and will maintain her picture on the ballot. The EC further noted that it will not also change the position of the candidate on the ballot. However, speaking on ABC News Ghana, the LPG leader argued that leaving Ikuya Donkom's picture on the ballot will cause vote disruption, adding that it will also take legal action against the EC if it does not rescind on its decision.
Definitely, we're going to decide maybe today or tomorrow. If the EC doesn't come out to tell us what they are going to do, if they refuse to listen to wisdom, then we will proceed to court.
Okay.
Because I want the right things to be done. Definitely, we're going to decide maybe today or tomorrow. If the EC doesn't come out to tell us what they are going to do, if they refuse to listen to wisdom, then we will proceed to court.
Okay.
Because I want the right things to be done. Definitely, we're going to decide maybe today or tomorrow. If the EC doesn't come out to tell us.
Additionally, the Liberal Party of Ghana, Kofi Akpalu, says the Electoral Commission should reprint new ballot papers without the representation of the Ghana Freedom Party to avoid future repercussions that may occur in future. His reasons was that should the late Ikuya Donkom win the election, her people would not agree for their vote to be discounted, and beneficiaries of some sort would either disagree or agree with the EC's decision. He says this concerning the elimination of the flag bearer-elect of the Ghana Freedom Party, Philip Apia Kubim, due to some allegations, illegalities on his side. He spoke on ABC in the morning.
Ballot papers, and it will save us any litigation whatsoever that may occur in the future. Because as it stands now, when we are computing the presidential results, we base everything on percentages. So if people go ahead and vote for Mamia Donkom, how are you going to treat her results? How are you going to treat them? Are you going to discount them or you're going to count them? So we need to look at that. If you are going to classify them as invalid, don't think everybody will understand in the future. Some people will argue if it's going to favor them, they'll say, oh yes, let's discount it. But if it's not going to favor somebody, the person will raise a question, and then it will end up in court. So to avoid those future litigations and misunderstandings, let's do the right thing now. Let's take care of, let's reprint the ballots so that the elections will be done.
We're still on some election news. The director of IT for the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Rashid Tanko, has confidently stated that the NDC will secure 54% of the votes in the upcoming election on December 7. He predicts that the party will defeat its main rival, the New Patriotic Party. In an interview with ABC in the morning, he asserted that the NPP's flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, will not surpass 40% in this election. Dr. Tanko Computer emphasized that there will be no court declaration regarding the 2024 election outcome, as he believes the NDC will dominate the polling stations with its legal and academic representatives closely monitoring the process.
It's NDC. The others are just there. And I'm saying that the others, at least two others, can join in the race. It's so that we can have a better district. But look at what we are doing. I can assure you, they will score 0.0002 throughout. None of them will get 0.001%. Watch it. Everybody is looking for change. 54. We are looking at 54%. As we speak now, we have our national trainer of trainees all over in the field, training and retraining our party agents. We started training them as far back as June. Okay, the process of getting our party agents, and this is the last part of the training won at the polling stations. That's where the decisions are made, and we'll flag it out there. No court is going to declare any results for us. This country, the law doesn't allow court to declare results for it. It is at the polling station. The people have voted. Count that, and then we'll put it in there. We'll collect the results at the collation center. Finish. We are not going to any court. So anybody who is preparing his mind thinking that we are coming to appear before any court, maybe our colleagues will decide to go to court. But for NDC, no. We have saved notice, and notice is hereby saved. NDC is not going to any court with any election matters. So they should get it clear.
That was Dr. Rashid Tanko over there. But still on him, in a separate comment, he has criticized the NPP's presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, over his digitalization agenda, stating that it will not resolve the issues related to the dollar rate, which has been impacting business and increasing hardship for Ghanaians. He claimed that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has lost touch with his manifesto policies and has nothing substantive to offer the people of Ghana. Now, these statements were also made in an appearance on ABC in the morning. Well, we will bring you that shortly, but also on some election news, the founder and leader of the Movement for Change, Alan Kojo Tremonton, has promised to drive economic growth for the country's cocoa farmers by focusing on reform and greater financial independence. He promised to end the syndicated loan scheme, which he argues has burdened the industry by creating dependencies on extension financing.
Ẹni ẹkú àmúyẹ ẹnfẹ dúdú ọwọ amúdọ kòkó na NPP ní NDC wọn sẹ ọmọ dáadáa náà wọ́n bá ọmọ sẹ ọ yàtú kòkó yàtú kòkó yìí wọ́n bá ọmọ sẹ ọmọ màtúmù tiẹ̀ yìí àdàdà ngùn à ebi sẹ. So we share world market price of cocoa. So crown up to $7,960, almost $8,000. Never share the other man. So you want the man one more extra minister. No would be at the same. So yes, is the top of Corona, the nephew, yet the fatima was the man.
More stories on some election-related issues now. Political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Professor Aledu Seidu, has advised the Electoral Commission to afford the leading two political parties, the NPP and the NDC, a veto power to veto the voting right and decisions of the smaller parties without parliamentary representations at IPAC.
For maybe the NDC and the NPP. And I even think moving forward, if there's a possibility that we can even, like the way we have at the UN Security Council, even give either more powers to the NDC and the NPP, or even give them the power of veto, so that the NDC and the NPP should have the power to veto the decisions of other smaller political parties that doesn't have representation in parliament. So maybe the number of representation you have in parliament, the number of registered voters you have in the country, that's your membership, the number of MPs you have, and all those things should commensurate with your power, veto power in IPAC. So I think moving forward, the EC should think of something like that, so that if NDC or MPP want something, and there may be Ghana Freedom Party or another party that doesn't even have representation in parliament, or don't even have offices across the country, and the number of representation or the people who support them are not that strong, they should have the same level of vote. So I'm just thinking aloud that maybe moving.
Well, trust us to bring you a comprehensive coverage on the 2024 election, because we are your election poll center. We're going for a quick break. When we are back, we have sports and other stories waiting for you. Do stay with us. welcome back to sports segment. Now, last night, Ghanaians led the Milwaukee back to a thrilling 127-120 overtime victory over the Detroit Pistons, pouring in the NBA season high 59 points. Now, this marks the second best scoring performance of his career after his 64 point effort against Indiana last season. Now, Gianni's impressive night included 2 on-field goals with 34 attempts and 16 free throws, 17 attempts, showcasing his dominance on the court. He also contributed 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals and 3 blocks, making him nearly unstoppable. The Bucks trailed by 18 points in the third quarter, but rallied behind Gianni's unstoppable force, eventually forcing overtime where Gianni took over, scoring 11 points to seal the win. We're back with some international story. And now the U.S. President Joe Biden has assured a smooth transition of power to the president-elect Donald Trump. In the meeting on Wednesday, November 13, 2024, the longtime political rivals sat side by side before a roaring fire in the Oval Office of the White House. Joe Biden welcomed the president-elect, promising a smooth transition of power.
Like we said, smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So good. Welcome.
Thank you very much. And, thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, in many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. And a transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much.
Interesting happenings over there. Let's bring you some entertainment news after this. In entertainment, the British Broadcasting Corporation has featured the memorable performances of Black Sherif and Stonebwoy at the 2024 Tidal Rave Festival. Both artists used their platforms to address pressing social issues.
In the water, the formulas are chemicalized and I don't know. I will both announce it. Yeah, and this is because of illegal mining and cocoa production decline, deforestation and rising of violence crime every day. Take that riff. You know say, many men shall die because of the greed of another man. Yeah, oh yes. Many men shall die because of the greed of another man, yo. Tidal, many men shall die because of the legacy you leaving for them. Selling and destroying generational wealth, and the people that serve Managana. Don't forget, many niggas when I'm ready to see us all. You see us shine, so I'm ready to go. I feel your brain with the time I get us slow. Be a doctor with two times.
Well, I don't know about you, but I super do adore Black Sherif and Stonebwoy. That is how we draw the curtain on the midday edition on your poll center here on ABC Ghana. I just want to find out from you guys. So 22 days to the election, what are your expectations? Well, I don't know about you, but trust us to bring you a comprehensive coverage here on your favorite ABC News GH. My name is Eric Tunibwa Melum. For more news, you can visit ABC News GH for more content as well. Log on to our YouTube ABC News Ghana. We are indeed your poll center.